Hey everybody, I'm Will.
And I'm Sam, and we are
Working Title! Father. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with another, actually, our first episode of the Book of Boba Fett.
Yes.
Season 1, Episode 1, Chapter 1.
We are missing Adam. He will be back. I think he got captured by a bounty hunter, so we're going to have to bail him out eventually. You know, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Last on was the Mandalorian series.
It was. Well, last off we saw on the after credit scene that he was like sitting on the throne of Jabba's palace. And it seems like he's come in to try and like take control of whatever the former Hutt clan is doing. So,
and I'm ready to see it. It's been a long time since we've gotten live action Star Wars. I think it was season 2 of Mando, which is when we started the channel. So if any of you guys are returning from that show, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. Hope we see some of you in the comments from a year ago. Guys, if you enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Leave a comment down below how hyped you are for this new show, The Book of Boba Fett. Check out the Patreon. We got The Witcher currently on for us, as well as Full Metal Alchemist. And Happy New Year to everybody who is with us before 2022.
Happy New Year, guys. And it's not a mark substitute. If y'all want to check out The Book of Boba Fett, go on Disney Plus first. Come back to YouTube and then watch your boys Working Titles Reaction. We're going to punch it. Bow! Oh my god.
Low bass.
Yeah, this takes me back.
Looks really good.
Whoa.
Is this still the same place?
I think so. There he is.
Wow.
The back to tank. That's him in the frickin' belly.
Ew.
That's so gross. Oh, dude.
Ew.
What is that?
Stormtroopers.
Yeah, because remember others fell in before him.
Wow.
Whoa.
Burns himself out, I guess.
Whoa.
Wow. No way.
Dude, what a boss, man. Was that like the Falcon flying away and then he just looked up at it?
I don't know. I'm just surprised he didn't come through the mouth. Holy moly. Jawas.
Of course. These little fucks. Just always around. No. Dude, oh my gosh, he looks so messed up.
Uh-huh. He's looking like Mustafar Anakin. Not as bad, but... Oh, dude, his skin. Oh.
I really didn't think we would get, like, the background of him surviving.
Oh.
Stranger in a Strange Land. Episode name. Let's go.
Everybody's least favorite episode of Lost.
He looks like he's 80. Is that a kid?
Child Tusken! Where's Anakin?
Slaughtered them. The children, too.
Like animals!
Whoa, he looks sick. Look at this guy. him?
Who in the world are these guys? Some other people who fell off the
Probably just other people they enslaved. Oh, dude, don't piss this thing off.
Looks really cool. Hi, doggy.
That is the scariest looking dog I've ever seen.
Oh!
Oh! What's he gonna do now?
Run for it.
Do you want me to cut your bones?
Oh gosh!
That kid is like, hey!
I thought he joined up with the Tuscans. Am I wrong? I thought he was.
He might eventually. That kid's probably gonna tell like the main one. He didn't hit him, you know, or something.
Ooh, maybe like a duel to prove his worth for the tribe. And that's the weapon that he uses, kinda.
Ooh. Oh, dude. Oh, God. Gosh.
The outfits for some of them are so wildly different. I mean, this must be like different tribes.
What is happening? Okay.
Wake up, boss.
Healing session suspended.
Healing session.
Wow, he's looking good. The sheriff.
This is so cool. I love this like black armor he's got, or like the black clothing piece
underneath.
to tie the armor together.
Aqualish.
Oh, dude.
Did you catch any of that?
I was like subtitles.
Something about friendship?
Okay.
We were told the mayor was coming to pay tribute.
Indeed, yes. With apologies, I understand how one might draw such a conclusion from the correspondence.
Very well. Extend my greetings and appreciation of the mayor's tribute.
The only tribute I bear is the mayor's heartfelt welcome, which I express in his stead.
So you bring no tribute?
The mayor's heartfelt welcome and regrets that he's been drawn away by pressing matters, milady.
This guy's funny.
What is it?
The matter of tribute.
I'm confused.
He wants you to pay him.
I'm the crime lord. He's supposed to pay me.
So he's gonna have to put some respect on his name for these people.
I would not be surprised if you received another delegation in the near future.
This guy.
These two Gamorreans were once bodyguards to Jabba the Hutt and later bid fortune there. They did not surrender even after their patron was killed.
You were loyal to both your bosses. Would you be loyal to me if I were to spare you?
Yes.
Just like that.
This is a bad idea.
No, I like it. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Whoa! What is this? Where is this?
Looks like we've been growing a little bit.
Max Rebo, you treacherous pig! I think that's him.
Look at this place. This is fancy. It's an upgrade from the old cantina.
Is this the cantina?
I don't know. It just says an upgrade from it.
It's bougie. Oh, wow.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
I have replaced Bib Fortuna.
Apologies, I didn't see your litter.
I wasn't carried on the litter. I walk on my own 2 feet.
Apologies.
I'm just here to introduce myself and assure you that your business will continue to thrive under my watchful eye.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Lord.
Ugh, I don't like that everybody's kind of like
Yeah.
like belittling him a bit.
See, they've moved on. Like, Bib must have not been doing anything in that
No.
time.
Huh. Yours looks shinier than mine.
I'm telling you, Bib must have not been doing a damn thing. Oh god.
Ninjas!
Assassins. Whoa! Riot control. Damn, just that close?
Let's go! The loyal pigs.
They look good too.
They look awesome.
Oh!
Need to get them some armor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I like Boba Fett nowadays more with a melee weapon than a gun.
Come on, Mrs. Sniper, take him out. Oh! He just get like eviscerated?
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on, old man.
Yeah, I mean, he's seen better days.
Woo!
Nice. Whoa! Oh. You only need one alive.
Your move. There you go, Will.
Only one.
Man, he's in that bad of shape. They gotta rush him off. Frick, dude. Oh, it's the little kid.
Yeah.
Maybe the little kid lets him go free.
I mean, is this like a sacrifice type of deal? Like, what are we doing?
To the crate dragon.
Oh,
It's
no.
still alive. I mean, we find Boba Fett near the crate dragon, so it could be. But why is there just one kid with 2, like, adults?
Is that their like gang? They're like, yo, we raided this. Yo, what up?
This is our place. Our water farm.
This is our turf now, boys. Like, what?
I don't know why. That's like the worst sound ever.
Why is he showing him that? I don't like how these things like just
This.
don't communicate.
This is what we deal with, stranger. Please help.
They take from our water. Dig? What is he gonna kill him?
Dig your own grave! Bash him over the head.
Dig for that. Water. You want me to dig for water?
This is ridiculous. Can't give him a shovel.
Wow! That was so fast!
I think it has like a black like gook inside of it.
That's what I remember.
Hard feelings, mate.
No hard feelings, mate.
I just drank it.
I would like a drink.
Oh, that's
Go
so
on, dude.
toxic.
I hope this kid's like a main character.
That is so toxic.
That's weird. Twin sons just chilling.
Yeah.
least they're in unison, and it's not like 24-hour sunlight.
Oh, dude, that'd be so bad.
What the
What is
frick
that?
is that? That looks like a lizard. It's got like scales. Bro.
What is this?
Crate dragon? Like a baby crate or something? What the fudge? A rancor? Is it a rancor? What the hell is this?
What is that? Oh no.
Ah, good doggy! It's that freaking, like, thing from Mortal Kombat.
We gotta kill this thing. Oh, it's got 4 arms.
That's not even fair. Whoa!
It walks up.
Ew.
Dude, that is disgusting. Yes.
Kill it!
End it right now.
Yeah, how's this for joining your group? Submit to me.
Bro. He's like, yo, this guy's lit.
He's like, Mom and Dad's never gonna believe me. Look! It was amazing. You should have seen it. That stupid alien got ripped.
He's telling the story. He's telling the story of Boba.
Drink. Drink.
Yes.
Dude.
Oh, look at that. I will say, I actually wasn't, like... I don't know why I wasn't expecting a backstory for Boba. I don't know. I just figured they kind of would have just been like, meh, he got out of the Rancor pit.
Yeah.
Been like, or not Rancor pit.
Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit, yeah. He got out of the Sarlacc pit. Cool. You know what I mean? And moved on from there. I didn't think that we would get, like, this backstory, which I'm assuming, because he's like, the dreams are back. It's going to be like every time he goes in the back to tank, we're going to get a little more
Of what happened.
of, like, his story leading
Yeah.
up to this point.
I'm curious what that will be about. Like, why is it significant during the period between the Sarlacc pit and where we are in modern day that's worth having a flashback? Well, the little tricky thing, I guess, is that the world outside of Star Wars knows Boba Fett just because of his natural icon of a character.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, like, don't really spend time with him throughout
Yeah.
the Star Wars universe. So I guess maybe what the Tusken Raider part will be is like here's the kind of guy he is nowadays.
Well, and also it could be like, you know, Fennec Shand said that he saved her life. Like, it could be like a couple things. It could be like him living with the Tusken Raiders, how that went down, plus how he met her and how he saved her. I mean, so like, Mando was 5 years, I believe, after Return of the Jedi, correct?
I think so, yeah.
So, at minimum, we have 5 years of time between...
To catch up.
Yeah, between him climbing out of that Sarlacc pit to now. So...
And I wonder if any of the flashbacks will take place off-world. I don't know if it will, because it seems like where we found him in Mando, he has really just been camping out here, like, still scarred up,
Yeah.
cloaked out in, like... Now, he had his Slave 1, right? He had it. At some point, he
Yes.
goes and finds it.
Yeah.
Or gets it back.
He has to get it back at some point.
Oh.
Which, well,
He's going to have to go to Jabba's palace to get it then.
yeah.
So that might be something. We might see some Jabba then.
Yeah.
Whoa, that'd be weird.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh no, Jabba
Jabba's
would
dead.
be dead.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Well,
I mean, we'll see Bib Fortuna.
Yeah. He returns. Okay, so maybe him and Bib have already had an encounter.
Yeah, and then we'll also have to see, you know, from season 1 in Mando when he saves Fennec after Mando left her for dead.
That's true.
So I'm assuming that's where their relationship like starts. Not relationship, but friendship. Relationship, not in like a intimate dating way, or at least to my knowledge, not. Doesn't seem intimate. It seems more like
who knows?
Her, you know, being his like number one.
So I mean, we return to Jabba's palace. Looks honestly exactly the same. So it looks good.
But in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Not like a circa 1984 way.
Yes. It feels very weird having it, like, not occupied, though. Like, that's, like, I think that's the staple. I'm still waiting for the day where, like, it's just filled with people. Which it may never be. Who knows? Like, I don't know how Boba Fett wants to run things. But, I mean, it looks like how it was when Bib Fortuna was there. And, yeah, I think you're right. I think Bib didn't know what the heck he's doing. I think he let the place kind of fall. I don't think he knows how to party. I think he kind of stood under Jabba's clout, and no one liked Bib.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody ditched out, and they're like, yeah, this guy's not in charge for us.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, like, people are not paying him the respect, because, you know, he gets all those people coming in. The one guy gave him some, you know, a bag of coin. The next, like, Trandoshan was like, hope you enjoy your stay, and, you know... And then the next guy was like, yeah, we're not giving you any tribute, but, like, you're going to give tribute to us.
Yeah, it looks like Jabba was, like, the mafia, and then the son who inherited it, or, like, the adopted son, Bib Fortuna, inherited it, and no one has, like, respect for him. And it looked like the son just, like, spent all the wealth on his own gluttonous ways, I suppose.
Yeah. Because that was part of the... Not the trailer, but like the preview during Mando Season 2. They rolled up on a fat Bib Fortuna.
Yeah.
And just
They're just chilling. Spent that heavy coin.
Yeah. So, I mean, he probably just was like, I'm just going to live off the money, and you guys can figure out the rest of this underworld stuff.
We run into Jabba occasionally in the Clone Wars. We know a little bit about the underground world from the Solo movie. But... I don't know the extent of like how far Jabba's his reach specifically goes. I know the Hutts control a lot of the Outer Rims, but I'm not sure what necessarily happens to. Like when I grew up, I thought the Hutts were like as big as the Empire and bigger than like not as big as the Empire, but bigger than a rebellion in terms of assets. They were a force to be reckoned with. Where in Phantom Menace, it's like a threat to go to Tatooine, or like it's a scary thing to consider going to Tatooine because of the controls the Hutts have on different planets. I know Darth Maul comes in and kind of yokes up a lot of that power and kills a lot of them in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So I don't know where... Like, I know there's those charts that you can watch chronologically of, like, the power plays of the galaxy and see, like, who's controlling territories. And I think the Hutts disappear at some point. Yeah, so I don't know where the Hutt power is right now. But there is that gap now to be filled, and it looks like people have quickly taken on Tatooine. And so I'm surprised that that's what Boba Fett wants to do. He wants to really, like, try to find where his, like, the web, how far it's stretched. So I guess he's going to go multi-planetary control, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it might be just him trying to, like, I mean, he said we need to make sure that Jabba's empire doesn't crumble.
Yeah. So,
I mean, who knows, again, like... If it's been 5 years without Jabba, and Bib Fortuna's been running it, I mean, it's probably all but gone. It's more so good. I know, like, the one part, I hate, like, pulling up the trailer just because, you know, context, we don't necessarily know what was happening, but there was that one scene in the trailer where he's, like, talking to, like, a bunch of people, like, seemed like, you know, like, a head Trandoshan, probably that mirror guy was there. This lady was probably there as well, like, hey... Jabba ruled by fear, I want to rule by loyalty, and, like, we can work together to make this better. He was saying something, like, along those lines. Yeah. So, I mean, I would assume it's probably just going to be him taking over the same thing, but him trying to do it in, like, a not...
devious way. Yeah. It's very weird because this is all, like, a devious, like, market. Yeah. So it's just weird to be like, let's do... black marketing with respect, guys.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, it's like
It seems more like he wants to turn it into a hustle as opposed to like a dictatorship, though.
Yeah.
Which, it's fairness all over the board. Everybody gets wealth.
But I mean, it's gonna be like the mafia words. But I mean, he told those guys like, if I spare you, will you be loyal to me? Mm-hmm. And then they were like, yes. And then I was like, okay, cool. So we don't know if he would have like just offed those Gamorrean guards.
True.
Now, because he might have not. He might have just been like, okay, you're good to go. Like you can just live.
Yeah.
So, who knows? But I mean, I'm sure I'm sure every episode he's going to make friends with people by doing something or, showing his worth to them in a way that they're like, fine, I'll trust you. Like, since you were loyal to me and helped me out with the situation, I'll follow you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's commendable. He seems like he's like a straight up dude.
Yeah, I'm very curious where this show is going to go. I actually haven't really spent a lot of time thinking about this show this year, like in anticipation for it. I know people are like radical Boba Fett fans.
Yeah.
I'm not very learned when it comes to Boba Fett or his life. I think he has a wife in the original canon or something like that, but outside of the movies and the show, I don't really know what he's up to ever. So maybe they'll follow some story similar to what he had in original canon. Once again, don't know if we're heading in that path, so it's a little hard to like see the trajectory of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, not the most exciting premiere for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm interested. I want to see where it goes. I like Star Wars, so I want to see. But I never had that, like, crazy love for the dude. So I feel like I will be one of the more critical people going into the show to, like, you gotta appease me. You can't just do the standard Star Wars, like, here's your Star Wars daily dose for the week and, like, have me appeased.
Yeah. I've never been like The Mandalorian is a cool show, and some Mandalorian stuff is cool, but I've never been like the Mandalorian guy or the Boba Fett guy, and honestly, I like Jango more. I don't know if that's like a controversial statement.
That's actually crazy because I would agree with you. So,
but like we're also prequel babies. Like that's like what we grew up on more so than anything.
Yeah.
But you just think about it. Like you think about how much time Jango had in Attack of the Clones versus Boba in the other three movies. Like,
Would you think it's more? Do you think he spent more time on screen?
He left more of an impact.
For you?
Yeah. I mean, like I don't even know if like he's in.
He also talks more.
He definitely talks more than Boba Fett. In Attack of the Clones. In Empire Strikes Back, he's just kind of there, like he's standing as guard, and then he like says a couple things like like Lando, like I'm taking him to the Hutts, thanks. And then him in Return of the Jedi, he just like doesn't like he's just like he's like a glorified bodyguard in that moment. Sorry if that's sacrilegious. I just like the legend stuff, the stuff that was like the not canon, like that makes him more interesting. But I didn't know that stuff when I was a kid. It wasn't until like the weird like in between Disney and like the Clone Wars series days where I was like kind of getting into Boba Fett stuff. Yeah. So you never know, but I don't really have expectations for the show. I'm kind of just letting it take me on the journey of Boba Fett, just because I really don't know much about Boba Fett other than what we see in the movies. That he is. He's technically like a real Mandalorian because he's a foundling now from last season. His dad was a foundling. And I mean, like, other than the fact that he like hated Mace Windu with a passion when he was a kid, and that's all he wanted to do was kill him, but like he never got that satisfaction. Like I don't know where he is as like a person. So I'm hoping to get more of like a deeper dive, which we've already gotten in this one episode than everything else we've had so far.
It's also going to be weird too because we've kind of had the flip of the coin, because with Mandalorian, the show, that kind of started off more like how I would have thought a Boba Fett show would go, where we're like meeting a dude at the end of his like bounty hunting career.
Yeah.
And then things get critical when some big thing is introduced. And that's also the thing, like thinking back on the Mandalorian series, that is honestly a huge push for why probably a lot of people loved the show. A little bit outside the Star Wars thing is because right off the bat, by the time the finale's over, we're introduced to a thing that's like a million theories can come out of, which is obviously the Baby Yoda. For anyone who hasn't seen it, I don't know what you're doing if you're here and haven't seen it yet, but that like is like one of the most rarest things in Star Wars. So when you put it in front of the camera, it's like everybody's gonna be going off trying to figure out what the hell this show is gonna evolve into because it's a big deal. This, it's taking the bounty hunter of bounty hunters, and now we don't have a bounty hunting. Well, so far it doesn't feel like that typical like let's go hunt a dude on some planet and get our little tax break. Now it's let's take over the gangsta empire. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how I will like feel.
Yeah.
About it.
I feel like there's just such a freaking hole in the universe between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. Yeah. So I just appreciate the more and more like stuff we're getting from in between. I know they have books. I know they have comic books. But let's be real. 90% of people don't got time to read all that. Like, we want TV shows and stuff. And I like comic books and reading, but like, I personally would rather just watch like cool TV show stories and not have like a random 50 authors make some random stuff.
Maybe it'll be like, just because this is Disney, how Disney is now on the trend of doing TV shows to build up to something. Maybe what we're getting for Boba Fett is like, hey, this is a character that's out in the world with a prominent actor that a lot of people love. Let's give the audience some time with him so that we can like have him as like an established Star Wars main maybe down the line. Yeah. So when we have the Ahsoka show, I mean, how it feels is they're trying to make Boba Fett a good guy now. Like, not like this morally gray dude trying to make a living, but like, looks like he's, I mean, already with the respect line, like, it seems like he's going more heroic, altruistic than antagonistic. Yeah. So maybe he's like a player later down, like they're trying to like, they want to do this show to have...
Get him enrolled for some type of movie or some type of big...
Din Djarin, Fennec Shand, Ahsoka Tano, maybe Ezra Bridger. I know we always like to go like big scale as soon as we start to talk about the show. And I know this is the premiere, so forgive me. But I do like to rabbit hole a bit.
Yeah. Random tidbits of the episode. I really loved the flash of Camino and seeing him as a little boy holding the helmet. Yeah. I know, so it was 3 seconds, but I always loved the prequel plugs.
I think that was a new shot too. The Camino shot. I think that was a new shot.
The Camino shot was definitely a new shot. Okay. I don't know about him. I was gonna ask you if you thought that was actually the shot from the movie with
I think
Geonosis.
It was. I think it was.
Yeah.
I would have to look at it again, but it looked pretty damn near the same.
It was hard to tell because like they didn't show the kid's face like at all. So I was like, I wonder if they just like reshot it. I don't know.
Or edited the original shot for like dream.
Yeah, for edition. A dream sequence like.
And well, we got the answer to why his skin is fixed. He's been sleeping in the back of the tank a bit, so
doing a little heel nap.
Probably better for Tamora. I think it's Tamora. Or help me if I'm getting it wrong. I'll go on Google and look at somebody pronunciate it afterwards.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah,
I do actually really enjoy his character of him acting as Boba.
And he's in Aquaman. I liked him in Aquaman too with Jason Momoa. I don't really know him
from much else other than that.
Yeah. But yeah, I like seeing him without his mask. So I'm sure it's a blessing for him to not have to put on prosthetics every day and lets the actor kind of do his work without having to
wear a freaking helmet all the time. Stuff.
So he's healed up. We get a little bit of an origin story for him on the Tatooine side of things. He's, trying to fight for his life with the Tuskens. I like the Sarlacc pit scene actually a lot. I thought that was cool.
Did you know? I thought you knew that he digs out like the back end of it.
I did not know that. So like that's the thing. Since literally like childhood introduction to Star Wars, I've seen so many iterations of like how people perceive the day he comes back to life, and it's always like a grenade to the stomach, burst out through the mouth, like kind of ordeal. And so at this point, it's almost like a meme in my head to like finally see it, regardless of how high the quality is, because like it's so like brainwashed of like I know this is a thing.
Yeah.
Until they said he was dead, like for like a year or something, at some point when Disney took over. So yeah, It was cool to see it though, high quality in the belly of the beast, and I love that like he had to grab the stormtrooper's little like apparatus
thing,
breathe in,
and then torch his way out and just dig out the sand. Yeah, that was awesome.
And it was different too because you also see if you ever play the Force Unleashed games and you go into the beast's the Sarlacc pit's like stomach, it's like a whole cavern that you can travel through for like mini games. But this, I liked that it was just like this tight pit that you have to like move through. And I love that he literally like bursted through it, like he cut through a seam, probably to straight sand or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, and then the acid took its toll on him, and the
Jawa.
sand and the sun.
Yeah, and then the Jawas took his fucking armor, so that's how we know how it
Go
got away
figure.
from him. Little rats.
I love how they're like on that. Like they're just ready to go.
No matter
regardless.
what, yeah, they're just always like, "Yo, something happened here. Let's go get scraps."
I bet they have like, just like you have a scanner over sand for metal, they just have like beams of radars for like where's the nearest new metal object out in the ocean of
Yeah,
ocean of sand.
ocean of sand. Or they keep track that like, "Yo, there was just a battle on like this quadrant over here." It was like lit. We're gonna go check it out.
They got the cop radar, the
Yeah.
cop radio on for all the things happening on Tatooine.
Yeah, and then the Tusken Raiders gets picked up by then, enslaved in some form. They look awesome. I love all their different like outfits they've got, like their tribal, like their different tribal outfits are different than like the Tusken Raiders we've seen before. When he escapes the first time and is standing out in like the darkness and the sand, and all like 5 of them are just standing there.
Yeah.
Dude, they looked like a ancient version of the Knights of Ren. Like how the Knights of Ren were supposed pictured to look. Like that's
Yes.
how they looked. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the one I kept on looking at. The one that like started the fight with him. I
The
was
one
trying to
with,
like see.
the like a cloak or like some type of thing that was like sticking off his head too.
And it was like black cloth like hanging off the
Yeah.
hat and had like a red piece of metal right here. And I was like, that looks so like, is this like gonna be like a main character? Like I kept on looking under. I was like, this looks familiar to me. And the chieftain also looked had
with
like a
his like
distinctive
ring,
look.
his like ring necklace that he had, or rings of necklaces.
And this is definitely the group that he's gonna be like big with
Living
because
with, yeah.
he does have the black robes or the garb or whatever. Yeah, but I am curious to see once again where that will go because desert, you can only do so much with the desert. So I'm like wondering story wise what will be like of interest to be there. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just has to flash through him. Like I could see he probably like lives with the Tusken Raiders and maybe just gets comfortable living like the nomadic life, and something must push him to go find Fennec Shand and then find his armor. Like something must send him that way. Like whether it's like, you know, maybe it's like what's left of the new Empire came through and like killed the rest of his Tusken Raiders, and it like sends him away, and he's like pissed, and he's like, you know, now we need to start, you know, now I need to find a purpose in life, some type of, I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of at that point, because if you're living like a happy nomadic life, I mean, like, why would he leave that to, I mean, he might not be happy, so that's jumping the gun, but.
And I remember a lot of people back in season 1 were like theory crafting that maybe the way Boba Fett will get introduced to the show and maybe take a heroic route is like the Empire's trying to clean up any people that they worked with who might like spill beans on information for because they would hire bounty hunters all the time, and not that bounty hunters would have like an inside scoop, but maybe stuff that would help the rebellion going forward.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, Boba would probably have more of an inside scoop than anybody.
For sure, he got hired. I think he got hired quite a bit by them. So
I think he was Vader's like favorite, like person to hire for shit like that.
And even that's a big thing. So we got brought Mos Espa. We have an enemy in Mos Espa. Mos Espa is the place I think from the Phantom Menace.
Yes.
I think that's the city that
is
Anakin's from, right? Mos Espa is at least where the Boonta Eve race takes place.
Is, yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Anakin's also from there, but it looks like it's down in some big like cavern, like canyon.
Yeah.
And it spreads back up top.
Yeah, they were. I mean, it was like built up way more than even like Mos Eisley was. That was like they were thriving. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were thriving.
They had a Gucci cantina. It looked nice in there. They got the red velvet and everything.
Yeah.
The Twi'leks looked really good in this episode.
Oh, dude. Yeah, they did. Yeah, that was the crazy thing. Like the first guy who was like the mayor's like protege, like he was really like I just everything about it was like, wow, they made Twi'leks look so like, I feel like the two Twi'leks in Mando season 1 looked a little bit goofy.
They were big. They were like big celled ears.
Yeah, and then that compared to like what we have seen from like the original trilogy, they just like seemed goofy. And, you know, the ones in the prequels were like, there were some CGI ones, some like real ones. You know, but these, I don't know, this was like spot on. Like it just looked so good.
Well, the like measurements of like the the tentacle ears looked good.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't look like they were struggling to make it work for the scene.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times, like, even with Ahsoka, her earpieces
Are so
shrunk.
absurd. Yeah.
Well, they had to shrink them
they
for
were
the
shrunk
show.
them for the show, yeah.
Just because it's so impractical. But here they had, like, the woman, the leader of the group, whatever, she looked great. She had very long, big ones, and I thought it looked pretty good. It didn't look stupid. And it blended well, too, with, like, the actress's face.
Yeah.
And we got Gamorreans, too. The Gamorreans look not as good as the Twi'leks, but they look still pretty darn good, too.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just they got some big dude to wear it and then just put a headpiece on top of them.
Yeah.
So, maybe main characters. I hope they talk. That's the one thing, like, there was barely any talking in the first episode, so I'd like a bit more talking. I'm a talky guy. I talk even when I have nothing to say.
Yes.
The city reminded me of Ezra and jumping, like, rooftop to rooftop at his city from Lothal.
Lothal, yeah. The whole city had, like, what's...
It reminded me of Rogue One, too. The city up on the plateau.
That's literally what I was just going to say.
Jeddah?
Jeddah, yeah, it's Jeddah.
The Kyber Crystal City.
Crystal Zone, Jeddah, yeah. That was what I was thinking. It's just, like, lively. It was very contrast to Jabba's palace, where there's just nobody there anymore.
Yeah, so I think the pacing of the episode was okay. I'm very curious to see where it's going to go. I don't want to be too negative, because just like a lot of the Disney shows, I always get more interested by like episode 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll probably be the same for me in that regard.
Yeah.
And the freaking...
4-armed monster was nuts.
Do you know what that was?
No idea. Never seen that before in my life.
I'm sorry for not knowing. I don't know what the hell that was. I knew the Krayt Dragon last show, but
I've never seen that before. I mean, it looked like
a gorilla lizard.
Gorilla lizard with like a like smushed Trandoshan head. Like not like the long snout, but like just imagine it was like all pressed together. But yeah, it walked on... Dude, that was crazy. It walked on its lower arms.
And that's the part that looked like the gorilla.
Yeah. It looked like a centaur, but like a lizard.
Yeah.
With 4 arms. Have you seen The Scorpion King? Like the second Mummy movie?
Yeah, is the Scorpion King is who you're going to say it looks like? I mean, it kind of looks like The Rock's body.
I just mean like the way that it was like the gorilla body, then it just extended to this like torso body. It was
the multiple arms too.
Yeah,
because the scorpion part of that, how a scorpion can like raise its upper arms like that and still have 2 hind legs to like
move around and stuff. Yeah. It was weird. That was such a like unexpected thing. I was like, "Are we gonna get a mini Krayt Dragon? Is this a Rancor? What the fuck is this?"
I thought it was gonna be. I had one thought in my head. I was like, "It's gonna be that baby Rancor from the Bad Batch."
Bad Batch, yeah.
Because I saw the hand and it had like 3 fingers, but I think Rancors have more. But that was weird.
I think they have 4 or something. But yeah, that's.
And then he goes back with the Gabagoo black juice and dead head.
It was water though. It was actually water. So they were drinking water out of that. Because remember when he poured it out for the dog, it was like clear. So
I thought they made a big deal about like it's being gross in Mando.
Well, that was.
Season 2.
I think it had to have been something else.
Okay.
I think it's probably like a similar plant or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, not really a whole lot to talk about. It's really just early.
They tried to assassinate Boba already. Like they're already trying to get rid of him.
And my boy, he can't even fight off against a couple goons coming up to him and slashing him with some sabers.
Yeah, he might need to pick up a gun again and get some more bodyguards because I don't think fighting is in his wheelhouse at this age.
Yeah, no, that's very sad to see him go out on the first episode. Frick, dude.
How old is he supposed to be?
I don't know. We talked about this before. I think it's like 40s or something.
He acting like he's 60.
Yeah, the actor's probably 60. So that's why I'm like, I wonder how much they can do. They need to take off that armor and give him some of those Mando scenes again where he's just fighting in robes. Because armor's hard to fight in. So I'm wondering like how far they can take his like the actor to do some stunts.
You can just get a stunt double.
Yeah.
Just cover his face up.
Yeah. So I just want to see him try to make other people bend the knee. I don't want to see him bend the knee.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Don't like that. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Leave a comment down below what your thoughts are on the premiere of Boba Fett. What are your thoughts going forward? If you are a cheater and leak, we don't want to hear it, so just give us your genuine thoughts. Check out the Patreon if you want to support us, and we will see you next week for the Book of Boba, Episode 2. See ya! Bow!